A lot of people ask me, how do I become a social influencer? And I can give you a couple tips. The first one is decide in one word what you want to stand for. Pick something that you could talk about for the rest of your life and never get bored by. Another one is to be consistent. Whatever your messaging is, make sure it's consistent across the board, all your social channels. The next one is to give, and then ask. So give tips, give resources, develop white papers, videos, whatever you can, and eventually your followers are gonna feel like they owe you one, and when you put out a book, when you put out a product, they're gonna definitely wanna support you. Another one is to listen. A lot of times we're just talking. We're putting out stuff on Twitter and on all these social channels, but we're not actually engaging with our followers. And you think about people in real life and how we have conversations. If somebody doesn't ask me how I'm doing or about my business or what I'm doing, then ultimately I don't really like that person. I don't trust them, don't want to do business with them because they're all about themselves. So make sure that you're listening. Another one is hang out with other influencers. I think that the best business tip in life is to hang out with people smarter than you. And it's the same thing if you want to be a social influencer. Hang out in the same circles as other influencers by connecting with them on Twitter, subscribing to their YouTube channels, reading their books, and if there's real world events, participating in those as well. The next one is provide something of value that people will give you their email for. And what do I talk about the email is because if people actually are influenced by you, giving up their email address is not going to be that big of a deal. They actually want to hear from you. And when you put out those emails, make sure that you put them out in a conversational tone so that they know that it's actually you putting them out there. The next one is keep learning so you're always a thought leader. I think that anybody who wants to be the smartest person in the room at any given time is actually probably not an influencer because influencers always want to keep learning. The next one I think is really important, and that's share with people what you know, even if you think that what you're teaching is a no-brainer. Ultimately, you're gonna know what you know really, really well, but that doesn't mean that somebody else knows everything that you know. So even if something seems pretty trivial or simple to you, being able to teach that and pay it forward actually can make you an influencer. And the last one is pick a channel and own it, and then add additional channels. So what I mean by that is if you're awesome on YouTube, then build your YouTube followers, build those subscribes. If you're awesome on Facebook or Twitter or anyone, build those channels first and then expand on them, because if you try to do them all at once, you're probably gonna have a harder time building an audience. So if you implement these tips, you'll be well on your way to becoming the next social media influencer.